there's so much less in your head in the morning stopping you than if you're going to go out in the evening. I can't think of anything worse than going out for a walk or a run at 6 o'clock at night in winter. Absolutely not. The parameters there are just like, no thank you. Instead, if you're doing it first thing in the morning, tick, done, success for the day. If you can get out in the light, it does help with your mood and not giving up and working for the season and just having that complete mindset shift that you're not broken, it's seasonal and you're allowed to rest more. Hello and welcome to the Confidently You podcast. My name is Helen and I'm your host, and thank you all for taking time to listen today, and I am loving your feedback, so keep your comments coming. Please keep liking, downloading, sharing this podcast, getting my message out there. My aim is to help as many women be as happy and healthy as possible. And if you're a guy listening as well, you can take my advice. I don't coach men, but it doesn't mean that you can't listen and take some of the advice that I give and apply it to your life. Sharing is caring, so I'm here to help everyone as much as I can. So this week I have a really, really important discussion, and it's all about December, darkness and mindset, and how you can improve your outlook at this time of year when it's the darkest time of year and everyone expects us to be all happy and jolly and Christmas is coming up, but that's not always the case. So get ready for a deep dive into your mindset, why we can struggle this time of year and what that means for you. And I'm also going to give you, as always, some tips and tricks to help you overcome the December darkness. So the seasonal sadness nobody mentions. I think it gets to this time of year and it's coming to the end of the year. Christmas is coming up. It's happy jolly time, but sometimes it's not acknowledged that this can also have a massive effect on your mental and physical health. Now, there is science behind it, and you don't necessarily have to have seasonal affective disorder to be affected by the darker days. Some of you may be clinically diagnosed with seasonal affective disorder. And what seasonal affective disorder is it's a huge decrease in your mood, lethargy, motivation when it comes to the seasons, and it's due to the lack of sunlight in your life and how much that can impact and affect you, and it can have a very, very negative effect on your whole outlook and mood. If you are someone that feels not just down in December but really flat, unmotivated, no get up and go, absolutely like rock bottom, please do go speak to a medical professional. I am not here to diagnose anyone with any depression, but everything I talk about today should have a positive impact on your mood. But sometimes it might feel like you're trying everything, and especially some of the tips and tricks that I use, and nothing's working. So I would always say, don't struggle in silence. Go see a medical professional, and hopefully they'll be able to give you some sort of help and advice to come out of the fog. But for most people, it's very rare that I know anyone that doesn't have an effect with the change of seasons. Now, this is scientific. It's not just, you're not lazy. It's not like, oh, this time of year I'm so lazy. No. If you don't know the science around it, then I'm going to teach you. So sun is energy. The sun is energy, and the sunshine, vitamin D, everyone knows about vitamin D, the only way you can get vitamin D into your bloodstream is through direct contact of sunlight. Please don't get direct contact of the sun. You will not be alive. Direct contact of sunlight on your skin. So it needs to be 15-20 minutes a day. And if you're from the UK or anywhere in the Northern Hemisphere, we do have lack of sunlight, usually from around end of October when the clocks change up until March. And in December, it's the worst. The days can become really short. I think the shortest day, 21st of December is the day. And I'm sure it's like 6 hours of daylight. And that cannot be, it can be a grey light as well. So that means you're still not getting sunlight on your skin. And your body needs that vitamin D to function, to help with mood, help with motivation. Number one, guys and girls, if you're not doing so already, if you're living in the UK or anywhere in the Northern Hemisphere, take a vitamin D supplement. take a vitamin D supplement. Mine's in with my magnesium. It's a good supplement that I use, but I recommend that everyone takes a vitamin D supplement because you have then and there got a solution straight away. Most of you will be deficient in vitamin D during the winter months because you cannot get, even if you work outside, today it's a bit sunny, but most of you will not get 15 minutes of direct sunlight contact on your skin. So just take a supplement. It's not going to do any harm. Get a good one. There's plenty of good ones out there. Feel free to message me. Try not to go to Helen and bankrupt. A lot of those don't have good quality. Look for good quality vitamin D. There's plenty of choices out there and I can help you with that. So that's tick number one, right? So if you're doing that, at least you know you're doing the bare minimum to help your body naturally. You can't get it from food. Even if it says includes vitamin D in your pack of mushrooms, it's not enough. So that's going to help a little bit. Now, there are a lot of other things you can do. One of the big things that I always recommend is that when it comes to this time of year, acknowledging that it's a time to be a bit more chill. You're allowed to hibernate, get a bit cozy, put a film on. I've coached a lot of women and I've helped a lot of women, and it's something that I dealt with myself. We are constantly after this grind, must go, must work, must try harder. It's really important to have times of reflection where you take a step back and you have a bit more chill time. So get your pyjamas on at 4:00, put the fire on, get cozy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think just letting yourself have that little bit of respite to say it's okay to rest. Rest is productive. It's a really good time to rest, revitalise, rejuvenate and come back stronger. So why are you always tired in December? And it's not laziness. So the tiredness is biology. It's not a character flaw. Shorter days mean that you will get less serotonin production, less natural energy, and this is science. It's not a weakness. Your body isn't lazy. I think overcoming this thought that, oh gosh, I'm so lazy, I'm going to do this. It's just your body responding to the seasonal changes. Your circadian rhythm gets confused by the darkness, which affects your sleep quality. So when it gets dark, your melatonin starts to be produced in your brain. And this is your sleep hormone. So as soon as it gets dark, you're thinking, right, sleep time. Then in the morning, normally we should wake up with the birds, with the sunlight. We're not waking up with sunlight. So then body's like, that's why you feel tired in the morning. One of the things that I have got, which has massively helped me, is a sunrise alarm clock. It was a cheap one. It wasn't the expensive brand one, but you can get the expensive brand one. Get it on your Christmas list, and it does help me in the morning. That like wakes me up. My alarm goes off, or I wake up before my alarm, and the sunlight comes up, and that bright sunlight does help start your body and start your movement and start you getting on with the day. But I just want you to remove any guilt for feeling more tired or feeling, I hate the words lazy because you're not lazy. I guarantee near enough everyone, I'm not going to say near enough, everyone listening to this, you are not lazy. You are fantastic. You know, one thing that my partner taught me, and we've been together, I think, is it 4 years now? When I met Martin, I never used to stop. I used to sit down, right, at all. I'm still, very active, but I never used to sit down at all. And he taught me how to rest. And there's so much more productivity in resting and recovering and recuperating, having a nice long bath, watching a film, having a lazy day on the sofa. And I don't mean lazy, girls. I mean, like, I'm up, I have to walk my dog every day and I love walking her. I'll have done something in the morning, I'll have done some cleaning or something, but then take the afternoon off, get your feet up and enjoy it. But it's good to look at the months and look at the seasons and adjust accordingly. So winter movement and adjusting without quitting. So this is the main thing. It's about keeping going, doing the bare minimum, reaching your goals, but not grinding and pushing forward. So let's normalise this shift from summer, where I know for a fact in summer I am full of beans, full of energy, skipping out of bed in the morning, to winter I'm a bit more like, I just want to, hibernate and sleep a bit more. Allow that. Let your body do that. It doesn't mean you're being lazy. We want to then start thinking about consistency instead of intensity. So you need to switch up. So alternatives, like if you like to run like me, you might want to do some more indoor cross training, treadmill sessions. I was speaking to a client about this morning. I was saying you don't have to be, she doesn't like running in the dark, which is fair enough. If you don't like it, don't push yourself to do something because it'll just make you hate it. I'm all right because I'm a psycho, really. I just don't mind being in the dark, running around. I quite like it with my head torch on. But if you don't like it, and I understand that for your safety, switch it up, go to the gym. If you don't like running on the treadmill, fine, go do some cross training. Get on the Stairmaster, Devil Staircase, the bike, or anything. But just keep moving. You can switch up your sessions. It doesn't have to be constantly grind. You can make progress or keep your fitness levels up by doing something different. If your resistance is, I don't like running in the dark and I don't want to go on the treadmill, so you stop running all winter, or you just go once a week, well, wouldn't it be better to go to the gym and do an hour on the bike, or you bike at home, or do something different instead, go to a Pilates class, a yoga class? That's better than nothing. Instead of giving up, start thinking of alternatives. It doesn't mean you're a failure. One thing that I find is my biggest non-negotiable, especially when I'm having times off with my training, is walking. 20 to 30 minutes walking a day, even getting outside, trying to get some of that sunlight, that desperate need for a bit of sunlight. I love winter walks, getting wrapped up, put all your clothes on, do it first thing do it in the morning as well, so it's like tick, done for the day. I still walk Una at 6:30 in the morning. It is pitch black out there. I've got my head torch on and I've got her glow stick on, and we're still going out. Because even though I say some days, oh, we could not go, I'm like, no, because it's done. It's done then for the day, and I don't have to worry about her. She's actually just snoozing now on the sofa, and she's quite happy. She's had a walk, and it's more important that I keep that going and keep that momentum going. You need to address the guilt of not working as hard, because that's a you problem. I say this to people a lot. It's something I say to my best mate. If we're having a chat, hi Fee, if you listen to this, and if we're having a chat about something and she's talking about something that's bothering her in her head, and it's something that it's her thoughts and feelings, I always turn around and say, that sounds like a you problem. That doesn't mean that it's not an issue, but it's like something that you have to resolve that no one else can resolve. So if you feel guilty for not training as hard, that is definitely a you problem. Because unless you're an Olympic athlete, which, hi, if you are, thanks for listening. I'm not sure why you're listening to me, but thank you for anyway. But if you're an Olympic athlete, yes, you have to train hard year round, but you are not an Olympic athlete, I can guarantee that. So you can take your foot off the gas. It doesn't mean you stop training, but it means that you could just keep going and keep like ticking over. You can also do, weight training sessions, a bit easier sessions when you've not got as much energy. Think about preserving your energy and just keeping strong. Like, people talk about winter arc. I hate this, by the way, in the fitness industry. Oh, it's the winter arc, and they're on about pushing through and doing 4 a.m. runs and mad stuff. They don't do it. They're liars. Let's talk instead about the bare minimum we can do to keep us going, that are going to keep us ticking over, keep us happy, keep us sane, keep our muscles strong, keep our body moving. What can you do? What can you do? Booking a winter race or a winter event or something fun to do. I call it fun, but I'm a bit I don't think I'm normal. Progress isn't linear. December is in maintenance is very, very okay. Very, very okay. That's obviously very good English. It's okay to maintain in December. Don't push through. Just keep moving. Make sure you're doing it for your body, your mind, and your soul, and your health and your longevity. And you're not quitting. You're just strategically adapting. Let's stop looking at it as like, oh, I'm a failure. Look at it as more like, right, let's do the bare minimum this month. And then come January, when everyone wants to get back in the gym and is going for it, instead of being a step back because you felt like a failure and you gave up, you're like, oh, I kept going, so this is like just another step forward. And you can step it up a gear if you want to. You don't have to in January, by the way. So darkness, mood and movement, working with your season. So your body is seasonal, and fighting it, and that's the exhausting bit. Darkness affects your mood, and it affects your motivation, and then it affects your movement. So it's not linear. Sometimes improving one improves all three, so the feedback loop. So I think we backwards engineer this. So instead of thinking you improve your mood, then your motivation, then your movement, I think what's best, because movement creates action, is move first, which will make you feel a bit more motivated, which will then affect your mood. Okay, so if you're really struggling, set intentions. Getting up in the morning and going out for a walk. There's so much less in your head in the morning stopping you than if you're going to go out in the evening. I can't think of anything worse than going out for a walk or a run at 6 o'clock at night in winter. Absolutely not. The parameters there are just like, no thank you. Instead, if you're doing it first thing in the morning, tick, done, success for the day. Obviously, if you can get out in the light, it does help with your mood, and not giving up and working for the season and just having that complete mindset shift that you're not broken, it's seasonal, and you're allowed to rest more, right? We're naturally inclined to rest more. This opens up then to December burnout prevention, because what can happen, it's the end of the year. I bet most of you are feeling quite tired. Coming to silly season, you've got to see family, this can bring up anxiety, you've got lots going on, you've got to buy the Christmas gifts, you've got to do the wrapping, you've got to do everything. Oh, and then you've got to go and do you run your 50 miles a week or train 5 times a week. You just add in to the pile. Instead of giving up, you just need to take a step back and take it easy and be kind to yourself. 1 month of adjusted movement doesn't undo your months of progress. What's worse is trying to push through, trying to still do your 5 workouts a week while seeing all your family, friends, aunties, uncles, and everything going on in between, and then burning out and absolutely hating it. And come Christmas, you've had enough. You just want to sit on the sofa, you get unwell, and you've pushed yourself to burnout, and it's not worth it. So, here's my review of December mindfulness and movement. Number 1, when you're tired in December, it's not laziness. So let's remove the shame, let's remove all the guilt, and let's think about the bare minimum that you can do. And I'm talking about bare minimum. Walking, moving, fueling your body, feeling good. Okay, do something good for your heart and soul. What do you really want to do and enjoy? Everyone loves getting a bit cozy. Remember that darkness will affect your mood and your movement, and you need to work with the seasons and accept it. If you are really struggling though, please do speak to a medical professional. Light movement and mental health is so important as your winter strategy. Just getting out, getting for a walk is better. It's going to increase your mood. Get wrapped up. So don't shy away from mental health focuses as well. So meditation, mindfulness, gratitude and journaling. Think about these things that you can do year round that are going to help you shift focus and give you tangible solutions, especially when it comes to the Christmas period and you're with family and it can be triggering and there's lots going on. And I will do a podcast about dealing with Christmas and how to deal with everything to do with Christmas, food and drinks and family and friends and pressure. And from there, you can, I don't like that bit, skip it out. But this is about you and your mood and working with the seasons. Knowledge is power, knowing that you're not lazy and that you're allowed to rest, take a step back, maybe do something different, go for a yoga session or Pilates or go swimming or just something a bit more chill that's going to keep you motivated and keep moving. Okay, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and share this podcast, and I'll see you all next week.